Meiburg, and I'm with Robert Mann, Senior Winemaker and Estate Director of Cape Mentelle, one of Margaret River, Australia's most prestigious and earliest wineries. So tell me a little bit about the winery, what styles wine you make?
Yeah, well Cape Mentelle's a winery that was established 40 years ago, around the time when Margaret River was established, so we're only a young wine region, but we're a region that really concentrates on Bordeaux varieties, so Cabernet, Merlot, Semillon, Sauvignon Blanc, but also has a really good track record with Chardonnay and Shiraz.
You've carved out a real niche for your, so we say, Bordeaux blends, your Bordeaux varieties. How do you compare your style to other regions producing Cabernet-based blends?
The reason Margaret River was established 40 years ago was because it has a climate that compares very similarly with Bordeaux. So it was thought Cabernet Sauvignon in particular would do really well in Margaret River. Both very strong maritime climates, so you know, early success with Cabernet in Margaret River really sort of set the foundation for that variety there. And you know, producers like Cape Mentelle experimented early with blends of Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon. They've proven to be very successful. In terms of how we compare to other wine regions, well, we're very sort of classically structured. Within Australia, the Margaret River wines are, you know, the most classically Bordeaux in style. Finer tannins, wines that age very well. They have a lovely combination of vibrant fruit but also lovely structure. Some of the warmer regions of Australia typically can make more powerful, thicker, richer, I guess less elegant styles of Cabernet, which is the real strength of Margaret River, that elegance that it achieves.
What's the life expectancy of a Semillon Sauvignon Blanc blend?
Well, typically they're, in Australian terms, they're designed for early drinking. They match Australian culture and cuisine and the weather. You know, outside, lots of fresh seafood, lots of fresh flavours. That's really what Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon blends do well.
And as a winemaker, what would you say is your particular stamp on the wine? What's your signature style?
I guess from a winemaking perspective, our style is less is more. So we don't want the consumer to see the winemaking, we want them to see the fruit and the typicity of the region. So we keep the winemaking in the background and we try and preserve the vibrancy and freshness of the fruit grown in the vineyards, so that they're a very true reflection of what we see every day when we're making the wine. We don't want overt oak or overt alcohol or anything overt. We want subtlety and vibrancy.
I enjoyed walking and hiking in the region. What do you do for fun?
Well, if you've come to Margaret River in winter, you'll find it's very green and very wet, and it's true of our climate that we're very winter-dominant rainfall, and our summers are very dry and very sort of mild and warm. Great climate to spend time in the outdoors, living right next to the ocean. Some of the best surf breaks in Australia. Lots of fishing. We just go and get crayfish and abalone straight off the rocks from where we surf. So.
To drink with the Semillon.
Perfect with our whites, and yeah, it's a lovely part of the world, but it is so because it's so isolated and it's quite recent in terms of its establishment.
So what are the challenges of the region? What do you struggle with most as a winemaker?
I think the isolation is a challenge, especially for export markets and actually getting people to come to our region. Perth, being our closest capital city, is the most isolated capital city in the world, being 2,500 kilometres from any other city. So to get people to come to Margaret River, they've really got to make an effort, especially internationally. It takes a day to get here from anywhere, really. So isolation is one of our challenges, but it also is one of our strengths in that we have a very pure environment, very fresh and very vibrant, unspoilt, which is great for our wines, and we want to see that reflected in our wines.
Thank you.
Great.